already know what it is. It's your girl Dion, aka Yonnie, and welcome to our channel. If you have not liked, comment, and subscribed to our channel, please do so before we start this video. Turn on your post notifications so that way you are notified every time we post a video. So in today's video, we are going to be showing you guys how to properly create and install a lace closure wig. Yes, this is a beginner's friendly video for those that would like to do this at home. This is your best bet. So without further ado, now let's get into it. Here's what you'll need. A Q-Fit make your own wig mesh cap. Shy is using the cap size extra large, but you can purchase whatever size cap you'll need. Black weave thread with curved needle, a pair of shears, 2 long hair clips, or you could do more, the She Is Bomb hair wax stick, and finally the professional high heat ceramic press hot comb. The hair that we are using is from Black Pearl from AliExpress. Today we are using body wave with the inches 22, 24, and 26 with a 20-inch closure. The closure comes with a middle part, but we will pluck it to give it a more natural look. Now we're going to take some T-pins to kind of hold the closure in place before we sew it down. Now it's time to start the sewing process. Working our way around it, we're taking our time to just sew the closure down. Notice how Shy is making sure that the closure is flat even while sewing. So keep in mind how flat your closure has to be before and during the sewing process. Shy is using the underhand method to stitch down the closure. She is a lefty, shout out to all the lefties, but if you are right-handed, you can use the overhand method. Do whatever method is best for you. Pay close attention to how you sew down the hair. Make sure you take your time and neatly sew the hair down, so this way the hair will be flat and it will be neat. Notice how Shy is using her other hand to hold down the hair, so this way the hair won't get stuck in the stitch. As you're sewing it down, be careful how you use the needle. Sometimes you may stick yourself where you're not careful, but make sure while you're using whichever method, take your time. There is no rush. As we're getting closer to the end of our stitch, we want to make sure that our stitches are nice and clean, meaning our stitch needs to be neat. So once you complete sewing it down, this is what it should look like after. Y'all see how clean the stitch is? It's the stitch for me. This is what the closure should look like after. Now it's time to lay the foundation for our bundles in the back. In order to visually see where each row will be placed, we're going to take a tape measure to mark on the cap, leaving the 1-inch space in between. For each mark, Shira will be using a Sharpie in the silver metallic shade. Looking closer, we can see how Shy is marking the cap, leaving the space, for example, marking 6, 7, 8, etc. Finish drawing out your lines for the rows, and this is what you should have after. Now that our 1-inch lines are done, we're going to start sewing on our hair. Y'all see how soft and silky the hair is? Y'all see it? To open each bundle, Shy used a pair of shears, but you can use whatever to open it. Now you can go ahead and measure the bundle with the line that's drawn onto the cap, then cut off the extra hair we don't need for that specific row. Using our pins, we're going to pin the hair to the line drawn and start sewing down the hair. Next, we're going to take our thread and needle and begin the sewing process. When sewing on the black band around the perimeter, we want to make sure not to pull the needle through the actual band inside the band, just through the actual black cloth that surrounds that band. Once again, when we're on the edge of the row, we want to make sure that the stitch is nice and neat. And when we cut and knot the thread, we want to make sure that the knot is the right size so it won't show through the track. For the next row, we're just going to keep repeating those steps like we did before. Measuring, cutting off extra, pinning, and sewing it down. Sometimes measuring right in the line that's drawn takes a little time because you want to make sure that each row is not only laying flat but also even. Another thing we want to mention while you're sewing down the hair, you want to secure each stitch that you make by pulling the thread not roughly but sturdy enough and using your fingers to secure it. Although the sewing process is long, you want to still make sure that you are taking your time so this way the sewing process runs smoothly. Now that we're halfway through sewing down the bundles, let's do a quick weave check. Look at how silky and wavy the hair is. Yes. So towards the top, we want to continue our previous steps, taking our time and making sure that our closure wig lays nice and flat and not bulky on top. During this time, Shira is basically continuing to sew the back until that row is completed. Now that we're on our last row in the back, we want to make sure that it's super flat at the top, because we still have to customize our closure at the end. Yes, we finished sewing in our bundles. Look at how beautiful that looks. It's smooth, soft, the wave pattern is on point, and it lays flat at the top. Shy went ahead and plucked her part to her liking off camera. When plucking, it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it is not plucked too much. Now we're going to go and work our She Is Bomb hair wax stick to help lay our closure down. Ladies, when using this stick, please don't be heavy-handed because it will leave your hair too shiny and oily on top, and that's the worst. Then, we're going to use our preheated hot comb to press it out. Please take your time during this process. After we are done with the hot comb, we are going to smooth it out on the top to make sure that it is flat. Now Shy is ready to install her wig. She cut out her ears on the sides and has sewn her cap to her braids in the back off camera. Before applying the wig, Shy is adding some foundation to lightly tint her cap to match her skin tone. She is using the Sephora Collection foundation in the shade Fonse Deep number 57. As you can see, she is applying the makeup to her hand and gently applying it using a makeup brush. You want to make sure that the foundation is applied across your hairline, moving a few inches in the back. Ladies, do not cover your whole entire cap with foundation. This step is creating a scalp-like illusion in the front for the wig. Now we're going to use some Got To Be Freeze spray to hold in our cap in the front, which will help to create our ball cap for the wig. All we're doing is spraying right along our hairline using a generous amount, using our fingers to evenly spread it out, and using a blow dryer to dry the hairline completely. Then we're going to go ahead and repeat what we just did, spraying and blow drying. Disclaimer: the area needs to be completely dry before doing this step twice. So ladies, while doing this step, please take your time. Okay, this is kind of tricky, so pay close attention. Using the shears, we're going to cut off the extra cap we do not need. Start with the middle of the cap and cut it off one side at a time. Then we're going to use some green alcohol and a round cotton pad to clean off the extra freeze spray if there's some. Now with the same foundation, we're going to apply it to the hairline to blend our cat with our skin tone. Now it's time to install the wig. Notice how the body weight patterning never changed even after unraveling the bundles. Yes, get into that part. For our lace, we're going to go ahead and use our foundation and makeup brush to give the lace a more natural look to blend it in with our skin tone. When doing this step, we want to focus on the back of the closure and not the front of the lace. To secure the foundation, you can use a little bit of the freeze spray, but not a whole lot. Now we're going to go ahead and try on the wig. You cannot forget this step because you want to try it on first to see if it fits before gluing it down. Before gluing down the unit, Shy grabbed a hair clip to pull back the hair so it won't be in the way. Now it's time to apply. The glue we'll be using is the Ghost Bond adhesive that we purchased at our local beauty supply store. For this section, we're going to go ahead and put on our adhesive glue. We're going to just dab on the glue, and using the end of the rat cell comb, we're able to blend it out. Next, we're going to make sure that our adhesive is drying using our blow dryer. Repeat this step 2 to 3 times depending on how much you would like. When doing this step, ladies, make sure you take your time. We do not want to get any glue on our skin. If you accidentally do, just use the green alcohol on the round cotton pad. To set all of the glue, we're going to use our scarf to tie down the front. You can use whatever you like, but for today, we're using a scarf Shy purchased from our mother's online boutique. Shout out to Emma. Ladies, I just want to mention that when you're tying it down, you want it to be tight, but not too tight. You don't want to cause yourself to have a headache. Your scarf should at least sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay guys, now it's time to take off our scarf. When doing this, we want to take our time so we won't mess anything up. Now it's time for the tricky part, cutting off our lace. First, we're going to cut a split in the middle of our lace to section off the front piece of lace. Working on one side at a time, you want to cut your lace in a zigzag motion. Ladies, please do not cut your lace straight across. Please, 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 take your time doing this because you want to cut just enough, but not too much lace. Okay, this next part is completely optional, but Shy likes to do it for her wigs. To bring out her middle part, she'll be using a little bit of concealer to bring out her part. Keep in mind that you do not need a whole bunch of product to achieve this goal. And there you have it guys, our lace closure wig install is completed. So this is pretty much how we create and install a wig for beginners. Shout out to Shy for achieving this look effortlessly. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also turn on your post notifications, including the bell, so that you are notified every time we upload a video. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and feel free to drop in the comments any questions or any video ideas that you may have. So with that being said, thank you